slow setting. That's good. Keep the feet apart, bend those knees. Okay. When you contact, yeah, thank you. I was just gonna say, adjust that angle, yes, ever so slightly. What you do, Sri, is once you contact, keep your eye on the ball. Keep your eye on the ball. I'm watching your eye on the ball, so keep your eye on the ball. Don't worry about the ones you missed. Keep your eye on the ball. Okay. Now, I'm just gonna say something, okay? That's good. Keep your eye on the ball. The first priority as a player, you got 3 priorities as a player, okay? The first priority with your eye is ball. The second priority, I can't do it now because the robot is there, but I'm gonna stand here. I want you to watch. Pretend as if I'm standing over there, okay? The first priority is the ball. The second priority, just pretend, Sri, that I'm there, okay? Because this is blocking it. And you can watch my hand. Watch my hand, Sri. The second priority is the racket hand, okay? You watch the racket hand, especially if you're playing players that use pinhole grip, okay? A lot of Oriental players will use a pinhole grip, okay? So when they do that, okay, your first priority is still the ball when it comes to you. The second is the racket hand, because after you hit, when the ball is going to them, they will prepare for that shot. And you watch the hand. Sometimes they'll go like this. Sometimes they go like this. See the difference? Sometimes they go like that. So watch the racket hand. That's the second. The third is the body English. Okay? That means, again, this is blocking it. That means how they're leaning. If they're leaning this way or they're leaning this way, okay? That is important because sometimes all you have to do is, if the other guy is off balance, all you have to do is place a shot. You don't even have to hit it hard. You place the shot. If he's out of balance, you got him. He can't return the ball. Okay, so those are the key. Ball, racket hand, the body lean. Okay, you watch that body lean. Now, with that, what I'm trying to impart to you now is your ability to place the shot. Okay, placing that shot is very, very important. A lot of players, when you watch them play, whether they're playing in the basement, school gym, or somewhere, all they want to do is hit the ball to the other side of the net, which is the correct thing. You want to get the ball on the other side of the net. But the most important thing is, after you get it onto the other side of the net, is to place it accurately. If you can hit the ball accurately, just imagine, you're going to give the other guy a lot of trouble if you can hit the ball very consistently every time. Let's say you want to hit the ball down here, you're right-handed, a down-the-line shot. If you can hit this every time consistently, wouldn't that be great? By the same token, if you can place the shot accurately, cross-court every time down here, as you want it, wouldn't that be great also? So you essentially become a human robot. That is the goal, really. You can laugh at it, you can smile about it, but every player, you want to become a human robot. I don't know what your dad does.
No, I think that's exactly right.
He's an engineer or scientifically minded. I'm sure you are very scientifically minded. You want to become a human robot. You know, a robot, if it's programmed correctly, it doesn't make a mistake. It doesn't miss. Because if it does, then they'll assemble the car the wrong way or assemble the machine the wrong way, right? The same thing with you. Once you get that practice, you want to become a human robot. Now, with that, you see the human robot, I don't know if your dad has taken you to a factory, maybe not, but or your school to a field trip. Okay, if you go to a factory, you're gonna see robots. When they come and do the welds or do the assembly, they have certain distances of the robots. And so the product has to come down a conveyor line, and they have to set the robot the right distance from that product, so that the computer program says, okay, it's going to move X 8 inches, move Y 4 inches. Every time you'll do that, X 8, Y 4, every time, and you do that weld. The same thing with you, the same thing with me, the same thing with table tennis players. Each of us has what I call a sweet spot. Let me define that for you, okay? Sweet spot, S-W-E-E-T-S-P-O-T, okay? Just to say if you have a racket that's got carbon layer, 2 carbon layer, or titanium or Kevlar layer in between, you will have a very good sweet spot on that racket, meaning wherever you hit the ball, okay, it will have the same consistency of bounce, right? If you have a balsa only, or just a simple wood racket, you have to hit the ball almost dead knots here to have the right consistency, right? Now, the sweet spot regarding a player, this is the definition. If I'm playing you, Sri, and let's pretend I'm over there now, right? And you hit the ball to that side, now I strike the ball back at you. I hit it right here, bing. Ball bounces like, this is not a sweet spot for you, okay? Now, if I hit the ball here, bing. This is not a sweet spot for you, okay? I'm trying to define the not sweet spot. And you'll see why in a minute, what the definition is. If I hit the ball to you here, bing, this is not your sweet spot. If I hit it here, that is not your sweet spot. Your sweet spot is dependent on your height, your reach, and your mobility, okay? For example, ready position, okay? Your sweet spot, I'm just guessing at this point because I haven't seen you practice yet. After a while, if I see you practice a while, I will tell you exactly where it is. I'm just gonna guess right now. If you're ready to hit, my guess is your sweet spot is probably when the ball hits here and it comes up to about right here. This, I think, is your sweet spot, okay? And we'll find that out as we progress, okay? Now, as a player, Sri, you have to always move to your sweet spot. Does that make sense? Remember the robot, if you don't set it right, it's gonna put the wrong screw at the wrong place or the wrong weld at the wrong place. The same thing with the ball and table tennis. If the guy hits it here and you know you've been practicing that shot and drilling against a machine, you probably hit it 99.9% of the time accurately. So if somebody hits the ball over here, you gotta move here. That way you can hit that shot, right? But there are times because you're tired, because you didn't sleep well, because you didn't eat a good breakfast maybe, right? Fine, that's okay, you know, but there is the willpower. That's the difference between a robot and a human robot, okay? A robot, a machine does not have that mental capability and willpower, okay? A human robot, like yourself, has that. And this is why athletes, whether it's basketball, volleyball, tennis, any sport, when they practice and they play in real match, there is that added element, what they call the stamina, adrenaline, right? You know the definition, right? And the willpower. And so that is the essence of a champion, is you not only have the skill, but also the heart and the fighting spirit. And that's what will distinguish between just the good player, common player, and the champion. So what you do is sometimes it may not be at your sweet spot, but you're able to move and you're able to compensate, and you get that shot. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so what you do first